Okay, listen, pay attention, my wonderful listeners of Africans. Pay attention. This message goes to Verydarkman. Make sure you send this message to Verydarkman. Usually, I don't talk about topics like this, but because this has to do with the people and this has to do with journalism, I say I will talk about it. Listen and pay attention. I apologize to my non-Nigerian listeners who might not really relate the topic of the day, okay? But for those who relate, wonderful. This message is concisely for Nigerians and Verydarkman. Pay attention. You see, D1 went to TVC and alleged a lot of things about Verydarkman. After that interview, Verydarkman called TVC to invite him so he can come and clear things for the public. Some people said that TVC will not invite him, but at the end of the day, TVC has invited him, as I learned. And now people are saying that TVC actually have done noble by inviting Verydarkman. But I want you to learn something. TVC did not do Verydarkman a favor by inviting Verydarkman to their station. TVC did themselves rather a favor by inviting Verydarkman, and this is it. Pay attention. In journalism, there are codes of conduct, there are principles, and there are ethics to be upheld. One, that is balance. The ethics and the code of conduct of balance, equity, fairness, objectivity. Where does fairness and fair hearing comes in? When you invite someone to your station and he talks about someone else, you must invite that person he talked about to come and defend himself. That is fair hearing. That is balance. That is equity. And that is objectivity. If you do not do it, you are practicing sensationalism. You are practicing a journalist of lime and juice. You are practicing a journalist of the national order. So they inviting Verydarkman is upholding to the principle and the code of conduct, the philosophy, the tenet of true journalism. Where Verydarkman made a mistake was telling them what he's going to talk about when it comes to their station, like telling them that he's going to talk about how the present administration in Nigeria, that of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, misappropriated funds. He's going to talk about how America funded Boko Haram. He shouldn't have said those things, because now they are going to be defensive. They have already planned all the questions they are going to ask him. They are the host. He's not the host. He's a guest. So he's not going to determine where the question is coming from. He would have taken them by surprise and present those questions. But right now, TVC will be ready for the question they will ask him, and they are going to be so subtle to make sure that he do not deviate from those questions and ask them questions that has to do with how the present administration manages funds and the alleged that United States of America funded Boko Haram. They will not allow him. They are going to be so subtle. So Verydarkman, you must have it in mind, those questions. Even if they do not give you a chance to talk about it, present it on that table. Talk about it. Don't wait for them to give you the chance. Talk about it. They have planned all the questions they will ask you, and they will make sure that you do not ask them questions that will throw them off balance. If the station upholds the tenet and the philosophy of the present administration, they will make sure you do not ask a question that will be detrimental to the present administration. They will make sure you focus only on the matters arising between you, D1 and Nedu. But that is just a little thing. Talk about that funding. Talk about the present administration. That is what we want to talk about when you go there. Talk about them. Your problem with D1 and Nedu is little. Talk about these major ones. Immediately you are done clarifying yourself, talk about the major ones, because that is what we need in Africa and in Nigeria. We love you and we care about you. Okay? And the people are watching. Okay? Wisdom is the principal thing. Okay, remember, you can always request for boost from me. All you need to do is go to my bio right here on TikTok. You see a WhatsApp contact. WhatsApp can take you in the book, and book will begin to you in later 24 hours. Make sure this message gets to Verydarkman so he can prepare himself for the questions. Because I can tell you for a fact, the journalist that will ask him questions in that place has already prepared themselves. Wisdom is the principal thing. Aha!